happening? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and I'm here with
Dylan.
And welcome to What the F.A.Q. number 46. Yep.
6 or 7?
We did, 45 was
Oh, yeah, right. Live, yeah.
46.
Live was 45.
We're
46.
we're creeping up on a year, man.
Yeah, we're getting close to 52.
Yeah, so it's exciting times.
It is exciting.
It is exciting.
Do we have, how many more live ones do we have before? At least one more.
Yeah, one or maybe two. I don't
Yeah.
know. So, well, this is 46, so we got, 6 more weeks?
Yeah, we do them, every 4?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we probably got one.
At least one.
At least one more live show.
Yeah.
All right, so weekly question and answer for those of you guys that actually know that stuff. Yeah. So we got any questions? We don't have many questions.
We don't
this
have
week
many, so that's short and sweet.
Yeah, every time we do a live show,
We get no questions.
we don't get it.
Yeah.
We get crap for questions. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I guess I could start scrolling back through like the live chat of the stream and start pulling some stuff out. Maybe ones we feel like we could address more or something.
Cool.
But
Dylan is sporting his new, what do we call that?
I don't know yet.
The new
Cap?
He's got his new groove
Trying a new
cap
hat.
on.
Yeah.
He's got that hat, and I can do this.
There we go.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, count the money.
That one actually really does fit you though. That's funny.
How you doing, man? How you doing, eh? That's not bad.
Yeah. There we go.
I don't know if
We
I'm,
look, yeah, we're
I don't know
like
if I'm,
fancy.
blind! Everybody's going blind! It's okay, man. I got no hair.
Well, I'm heading that direction, hence this.
That's why I got the head warmer.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with some questiones.
All right. Start things off. Quentin James swears to God he wasn't sleeping.
Quentin James,
last.
you were sleeping, bro.
Yeah.
We know you were.
Yeah. And that, yeah.
For the live
In a
cast.
deep slumber with both middle fingers extended. So that's just how I imagine he sleeps.
Pretty much.
It's just constant. Yeah.
Right. He's just flipping people off.
Just just driving around and dreaming, flipping about people. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's see. What do we got for questions?
Wizard 69. I'm just getting into playing with people. What tips do you have about adding your 2 cents about what is going on in the music? Like if things are off. I hope that makes sense.
I think it makes sense. So,
Yeah,
he's asking like how to voice your opinion in probably a practice setting or.
Oh, okay. Like you feel like something's wrong, but you don't want to be a jerk.
But you don't. Yeah. So,
Okay.
well, some people are just naturally like, hey, then other people I do know that are a little bit more reserved, and they want to voice their opinion, but you need to.
I know I really struggle with this actually because I have a tendency to. I feel like at least when I'm playing, I remove myself and the people I'm playing with sort of from what happened, if that makes sense. So like it happened, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen every time. So a lot of times I'll let it kind of slide right up until if it occurs
It's
again.
a recurring thing.
Yeah, and if it does, then I have a hard time because I do feel like it is really hard to address it with somebody without them feeling like it's a personal attack. That's like the hardest part.
I think that people can feel that way because guitar and playing, I think, is a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you frame it within like what's the long-term goal? So if you're trying to play a song and you're trying to play in a band and you're trying to do that song, and you've played with these people for a little bit, I think it's just a matter of be respectful and don't be a dick about it. But you can go, hey man, I don't know if that's really the tempo. What if we tried it at this tempo? Or I don't think you got to be able to be confrontational, and that doesn't mean
you got to be able to address it.
You got to be able to just address it and say shit and go, hey, listen, I think that sounds like that doesn't sound right. Can we try it like this? Or I don't think you got to be able to say it. You definitely be respectful of your other people.
Well, then that's what. Well, no,
because you're probably playing with friends.
Yes. Well, because like I have a tendency, like if something happens, like I'll get frustrated in that moment about the music. It's not that I'm like that frustrated with the person, because like I could have easily just made a mistake just as easy as they can.
I know I do.
So to me, it's just I have a hard time with like. It's because, like I said, if I get frustrated, it's like I got to separate myself from what happened to the point that like you're saying, like making it not personal, because like sometimes it is one specific person, but like at the same time, you know, it's not something like if you constantly are at somebody about it, they feel like you're just
Right,
yeah.
Well, but okay, so that could lead to if somebody's constantly doing a certain thing and it's not getting any better, or they don't care, then you got to make a decision. Because if you play here, look, okay, I used to play, you know, just kind of a jam thing, and I would go to this jam thing, and the drummer was terrible. He was awful. And I go, dude, how long you been playing? He's like, 15 years. I'm like, the only guy I ever know in like the one bar could be off.
Yeah.
Like, he'd thrown the four out of whack. And I'm like, dude, how are you doing this? And I remember playing, and I used to look at him and go,
yeah, like trying to give him a count. Yeah.
But it was really difficult. And then I realized that in this jam, that dude was never going to leave. He was always going to be there because the guy that ran the thing,
they were friends.
And it was just like, I couldn't do it anymore because I'm like, you're learning bad habits. And the problem was it was a group thing. And I go, all these people are now learning bad habits because this guy can't keep time. And he couldn't carry a beat in a suitcase, man.
Right.
It was terrible. So at that point, you got to make a decision whether or not you're going to stay with that or not. Now, for the most part, I think most people are going to listen. Some people are just going too much ego, and they're just going to tell you to F off.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then maybe those aren't the people you want to be with. It depends. I mean, there's level of professionalism too. Like if you're playing in a little, screwy band, you're having a good time, mistakes are going to happen, and if nobody gets, in a twist about it, who cares? Just let it roll.
I feel like it's important too to not go in with baggage. Like if it's somebody you've been playing with for a long time and it's something that has been maybe an issue, or if they feel like, that you have been on them about it, if you can just pull back and like address each one as it happens rather than like coming in with all the baggage from the last one. Because it's like, as that accumulates, I think that's when people start blowing up, rather than just being like, oh, in the moment I messed that up, I'll get it the next time. But like, now I'm aware of it. Because it's one thing to like really beat somebody up about it and keep addressing it. But like, if you don't break it down and really get to what happened, they might not be able to fix it.
Right, and they got to be aware of it too. They have to be open to the fact that they might be wrong or they're not hitting. I mean, because you might be coming in a little early and it's just not jiving or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier today about like if when you're live, you practice it one way in practice. You go to do it live, and everybody speeds up
faster. You forget, you don't do the ending correct, which has happened in every band I've ever played in.
Right, because then I don't want to be the asshole and be like, hey guys, let's not do that again. Let's just go ahead and take a minute, breathe before we go into this song.
Right, and there just needs to be awareness, like, we didn't kind of nail that the way we thought we did, and just go back and work on it and fix it. Some things that are also good, I think, too, is like. Maybe go, hey, if we're trying to play this like it's on the record, well, bring up your Spotify or bring up something and go, listen. And also listen, because sometimes you're just not hearing it right. Your mind might hear it a little different, and it's not really what's happening.
Or like you've even said before, of the way people tend to especially when you're just getting started with it, you tend to over-focus on what you're doing, and you're not listening to everybody else in the band. And that's an important thing, is to listen to everybody else. That's what's really good about going to like a blues jam. You have to listen to everybody else, otherwise you're just going to be a dumb shit sitting there playing the wrong thing. Well, yeah, then it's just like four jackoffs playing weird shit on stage, out of time and out of...
Wow, freeform jazz.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, let's play, this song is called Hide the One. All right, what else we got?
All right. Reverend Richard Dimdingus Palmer asks...
Oh, hey.
He has two questions.
Hey,
buddy. King Kong versus Godzilla, since Godzilla came out recently, who would win? And then that leads on to the Revv G3 versus the G4. But
okay, so I would say Godzilla.
Godzilla, yeah. King Kong is like a baby compared to Godzilla.
Well, Godzilla's got all sorts of other cool stuff, though.
Yeah,
Godzilla's got laser eyeballs, and he's got, like...
Yeah.
So that
and
alone...
Got, like, radiation form and all kinds of...
You got two other forms of destruction that King Kong just doesn't have. I mean, he can get around.
And let's keep in mind...
he's big and he's strong, but...
Yeah, let's keep in mind, though, King Kong had to scale a building to get a boost. Godzilla is the size of the buildings. So that's why I'm like, God, like King Kong's like many.
He's just a wee guy.
Yeah, maybe
He's
like
just a wee little guy.
maybe an army of Kongs could take down a Godzilla, but
What if King Kong was the same size as Godzilla?
well, that really changes things.
Cut it short.
Okay. Because King
Oh
Kong.
no, he's just putting a poster up, I think.
Okay.
We're just gonna ring the bell.
Did I not unlock it? Alright.
Well, we're gonna have to cut this off. Is that it? I think that's it.
Post office guy, no.
Oh, never mind. Just the post office. We'll be right back after these messages. Yeah, take those, man. Thanks, dude.
No problem. Yeah.
That's fine.
No problem.
Awesome. Thanks, bro.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
What is that?
Something from Dunlop.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
All right,
So-
we're back at it after the riveting of moments of silence.
Yeah, by interruption by our U.S.
So if
Postal
King
Service.
Kong was the same size
as Zilla?
as Zilla,
Well, King Kong did take down 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes in the last one, so maybe he could take down a Godzilla if he was the full. Because you got to think he'd be ridiculously strong if he was that big.
if he was that big, yeah.
I mean, because gorillas are, yeah, they can rip car doors off like banana peels. So.
Still, though,
Yeah, well,
Godzilla has the
fire.
eyeballs and the fire.
Yeah, he
And
can light them on
make-
fire.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
just and
Then it's
sizzle.
roasted.
So I'm
Kong.
going Zilla.
Yeah. What if Kong then had armor?
Now we're just saying.
No,
This
no.
is just Planet of the
All
Apes.
right.
Turned into silly talk.
No,
All right,
I
so
don't
what
know.
was part B of that question?
The Revv G3 versus the G4,
Oh.
like the differences, and
Well,
maybe
I think the
which one we like
the
more.
G4 is a little bit more just classic rocky.
Yeah, I feel like it can
has more of
navigate-
that classic rock kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas I believe the G3 is definitely super tight.
Very modern.
And definitely more modern sounding. So if you wanted to do, just a regular straight up rock,
Yeah.
you would get that.
And
but
you
it's
can
definitely got a
even-
different flavor, whereas I think the Ford has more of a vintagey vibe.
Yeah, and I would say like the blue aggression mode on the G4 can kind of get it into the territory of the G3.
This aggression will not stand.
Stan, man.
That's like your opinion, man.
What would be the preferred nomenclature? Oh no, okay, there's one more reference in there. Now I don't know. I feel like the G3 is maybe a little more, definitely more modern, and it just comes across no matter what as being a little more voiced, a little more modern. Whereas I feel like the G4, you can make it do classic rock, you can make it do modern metal if you have to. To me, it's a little more flexible, I guess. But they both sound amazing. It's just
Yeah.
I feel like
Well, now they have the G2. Did you see that?
yeah, that's the green channel, right? It's green, I think.
Green.
Yeah, I think
So
that's.
I gotta talk to Derek and see what's going on with that.
Yeah, I think that'll be a cool one because that one's actually, at least when I played it, that was my favorite channel to like stack overdrives with the Rev because that one had
Yeah.
a very Marshall-y flavor to it. And actually, the G4, I mean, I feel like it has like if you took a
It's
Mesa and a
got some-
Marshall,
yeah.
you took a Mesa and a Marshall and kind of blended all that stuff. It has that going on.
Marry them together.
Yeah, because it's saturated like a boogie, but it's crunchy and punchy like a Marshall.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, I would pick. That's what I would go with. But
Yes.
that's more kind of
No,
falls
I
into
think
what I do.
that
But
was
if I
gonna
was
say,
doing
yeah, I
more,
think that one's more suited. to
more
this.
modern metal, I would definitely go with the G3.
Yeah.
It's tight.
And they're definitely
Super tight.
like 2 of the best distortions in the market. Period. I mean,
Currently, I'd say.
Yeah.
Cool.
that's pretty much it. We had
Yeah.
minimal questions. We got a lot of traction though out of that first one. So, or a lot of
stretch.
fuel time. Yeah. But I think that was a good question because I actually really do struggle with that. So that was a good question. Because I always do feel like I let it go and I let it go, and then I get frustrated, and then it comes across that I'm frustrated, and that's not the right way to do it.
I
either.
usually just voice whatever I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. But that also, I don't know. That's just how I do sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
Well, no, I think that works.
It's just easier to
If
cut
everybody
through.
can be in the moment with you, though, like that works.
Yeah.
Because like if you're not
It doesn't
coming
work with
into
everybody because some people are there. It's too, for some reason they just feel too personal. It's too personal or whatever. And I'm like, it's not a shot at you, man. It's just let's get the song right.
Well, and it's
Let's
like,
just
yeah,
do that.
it was a
And then there's
mistake,
other
but,
people that don't
you know.
care and they're like, okay, because we had this just a couple weeks ago at the band. I'm like, I thought it came in one spot, And I was like, I think it comes in here. And then I was talking to Will, and he's like, no, man, I think it comes in here. So we listened, and then we tried it both ways, and I was like, yep, you're right. So I was wrong. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. That does come in right there. And
Right.
that was it. But we were both, nobody took it personally.
Yeah, nobody got butthurt about it or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we just figured it out, and that's where it was. And
Yeah.
we moved on, and that's how we do the song now. So you just got to say it, because otherwise it's going to be a festering frustration,
And that's what I
that's not
mean,
good for anybody.
And that's what I mean too about coming into it with baggage. Like if everybody can just agree, like to address things in the moment as they happen and not bring all the other stuff with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you just hit it and move on and just because you can't, especially with music. Like it's not like you can hit rewind, go back and fix it. You just
Right.
got to
It's
do it
in
the
real
next time.
It's in real time.
Right. You
It's
just got to
happening.
do it the next time. So it's like there's really no point in getting attached to what just happened. Like you just
Right.
got to get more attached to
The next
getting
time.
getting it
Right.
better, nailing it the next time.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Next week, put questions in the
Questiones.
comment. Hit the like button. Hit the little bell if you want to check us out next time we go live, or next time we have some videos that are coming out. And I think that's it. Catch you guys. Flip side.